think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
This might just be the biggest daytime TV scandal ever. The View isn't just facing backlash, it's on the verge of total collapse. And the reason? One woman, Karoline Leavitt. She's young, bold, and unapologetically conservative, a force no one saw coming. But now, she's flipped the script, turning The View's latest attack into an earth-shattering $800 million legal disaster. And the show's biggest names, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, are reportedly in full-blown panic mode, scrambling behind the scenes to contain the fallout. Think about it. The same women who built their careers taking down political opponents are now the ones desperately trying to save themselves. But this isn't just another controversy that will fade away with time. This lawsuit is a financial wrecking ball, one that could spell the end of The View as we know it. Is this the moment that finally brings the iconic talk show to its knees? Or will ABC pull off a last-minute rescue? One thing's for sure, the drama is far from over.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time. That was so good.
These women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right, ABC should wake up.
We're looking at a legal showdown so explosive that The View's biggest stars could be staring down financial ruin if things don't go their way. And now, behind closed doors, whispers suggest they're desperately trying to get Karoline to back off before it's too late. But let's be real, does she seem like the type to let them off easy? So what exactly did The View say that sparked this legal firestorm? And what was Karoline's mic drop response that sent their legal team scrambling to contain the fallout? If it was as brutal as insiders claim, it sent shockwaves through the entire network. And then there's the $800 million question. Could ABC actually be considering shutting down The View to avoid an even bigger disaster? Are we witnessing the final chapter of one of the most controversial talk shows in television history? Some insiders are saying ABC executives have had enough. With scandal after scandal piling up and this lawsuit spiraling out of control, the network may decide it's time to cut their losses and pull the plug for good. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. If you thought this was messy before, just wait, because things are about to take a turn no one saw coming.
While we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world. And the press likes to hear that too. That's something that has not happened over the past 4 years.
Once again, The View locked its sights on Karoline Leavitt, and let's be honest, they didn't hold back. They did what they do best, mocking, belittling, and throwing out reckless accusations. But this time, they may have crossed a line because the fallout, it was explosive. It all started with Joy Behar, who wasted no time dismissing Karoline's success, waving it off as nothing more than a favor from Trump. According to Joy, Karoline wasn't talented, wasn't hardworking, and definitely didn't earn her position. No, according to The View, the only reason she got ahead was because Trump found her attractive. Wait, what? Are we really reducing a successful woman's entire career to her looks? And coming from a show that constantly preaches female empowerment, the hypocrisy is staggering. They claim to champion women breaking barriers, yet they're tearing down one of their own just because she doesn't fit their political mold. But Joy wasn't done stirring the pot, and she wasn't alone. Whoopi Goldberg jumped in, doubling down on the insults. Instead of just questioning Karoline's achievements, she took it even further, claiming that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a job. Seriously? So now intelligence, ambition, and hard work don't count unless you play by their rules. The irony is almost unbearable. This so-called progressive panel suddenly playing the gatekeepers of success. And then of course there was Sunny Hostin, who couldn't resist getting her own jab in. But she didn't just attack Karoline's looks or politics. No, she went straight for the jugular, dismissing Karoline's entire career outright as if her achievements meant absolutely nothing. At what point does criticism turn into pure spite? The View claims to stand for strong, independent women, yet here they are tearing down a young woman who built her career from the ground ground up. So the real question is, was this just another heated debate, or did The View finally expose the double standard they've been hiding behind all along? Let's hear your thoughts. Was Karoline Leavitt unfairly targeted, or was The View just doing what it always does? Drop your take below, because this conversation is far from over.
They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
Reports are flooding in that The View's legal team is in complete disarray, and for good reason. This isn't just about Karoline Leavitt anymore. This lawsuit is pulling back the curtain on something much bigger, the inner workings of the mainstream media machine. Karoline's legal filing isn't just about defamation, it's a full-blown expose. She's not only accusing The View of smearing her name, but also shining a spotlight on what she claims is a long-standing pattern of silencing and destroying conservative voices. And she's not coming empty-handed. She's bringing years worth of receipts. And from what insiders are saying, it's not a good look for the network. And here's what should really have them panicking. This case has the potential to be their downfall, but it's not just The View in crisis. ABC itself is in full-blown damage control mode. Sources inside the network describe sheer chaos among executives who never saw this coming. A lawsuit of this scale, this public, with this much at stake. It's the kind of PR disaster they were desperate to avoid. And now, their worst nightmare is unfolding. Advertisers, the financial backbone of the network, are growing uneasy. Some are already questioning whether they want their brands associated with a show that could be on the hook for nearly $1 billion in damages. If sponsors start pulling out, ABC won't just be dealing with a legal scandal, it'll be facing a financial crisis. And from the way things are going, it might already be too late to stop the fallout. But here's where things get really interesting. Behind closed doors, the same outspoken hosts who publicly ridiculed Karoline Leavitt are now scrambling for a way out. Joy Behar, the same woman who laughed off Karoline's accusations on national television, is now, according to sources, quietly pushing for a settlement. Suddenly, she's not so confident anymore. And as for Whoopi Goldberg, she's reportedly feeling the heat too. Insiders claim she's even reached out through mutual contacts, hoping to arrange a private sit-down with Karoline to clear the air. Funny, isn't it? After months of dismissing, mocking, and tearing Karoline apart, now they want to talk.
You know, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Karoline isn't just calling out hypocrisy, she's making them squirm. And at this rate, The View might not come out of this unscathed. And then there's Sunny Hostin. Oh, she's really feeling the pressure now. Reports suggest her legal team is in full-blown panic mode, as experts warn she could personally be on the hook for millions in damages. That's right, this lawsuit isn't just a nightmare for The View, it could hit Sunny's own bank account hard. Suddenly, the once confident host, who never hesitated to take shots at conservatives, is facing a harsh reality, one that could cost her everything. The irony? The same panelists who built their careers on tearing down political opponents are now scrambling behind the scenes, desperate to make this problem disappear. The same people who once demanded accountability from others are now hoping they won't be held to the same standard. But Karoline, she's not backing down. Not now, not ever, because this isn't just about her. This is about exposing the unchecked power of mainstream media, their reckless smears, the narratives they push without consequences, and the reputations they've destroyed without ever facing real accountability. But this time, the script is flipping. Karoline isn't just fighting for herself, she's standing up for every conservative voice that's been silenced, slandered, and shut down. And her supporters, they're rallying behind her like never before. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Karoline Leavitt is doing what millions wish they could, making The View finally pay for their lies. And this isn't just another controversy. This isn't a bad PR week for The View. This is a reckoning. ABC, meanwhile, is in full-blown crisis mode. Executives are scrambling to contain the damage, terrified of just how messy this lawsuit could get. And it's not just about legal fees or headlines. This could be a financial disaster of epic proportions. ABC is already struggling with plummeting ratings, and now The View, one of its most controversial but profitable shows, is at risk of becoming a massive liability. The worst part? Advertisers are getting cold feet. Sources say that major sponsors, the very companies that keep The View alive, are considering pulling their ads entirely. And if that happens, game over. No sponsors, no revenue, no show. Let's be real, The View has been on thin ice for years. From Whoopi Goldberg's suspensions to Joy Behar's endless controversies, the show's credibility has been hanging by a thread. ABC has already questioned whether it's even worth keeping on the air. Viewers are tuning out, the outrage formula is getting old, and now, with advertisers reconsidering their partnerships, the network might be left with no choice but to pull the plug. And if you need proof that the panic is real, look no further than the show's own hosts. Behind the scenes, they're reportedly begging for a way out, pleading for a settlement, desperate to sweep this under the rug before it completely destroys them. But Karoline, she's not playing by their rules. She's not letting them escape without consequences. For the first time ever, The View is facing real accountability, and their worst nightmare? It's happening right now in real time, because this lawsuit isn't just about one case. It's about sending a message. It's about exposing the unchecked power of media elites who have, for too long, been free to smear, mislead, and silence voices they don't agree with, all while hiding behind their massive corporate safety net. But that safety net, it's unraveling, and Karoline is making sure they finally pay the price. Now, it's your turn. Do you think Karoline Leavitt is right to take this fight all the way? Should The View be held accountable for its reckless, unapologetic attacks? And more importantly, could this be the scandal that finally brings the show crashing down for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking updates, exclusive drama, and the latest scandals you won't want to miss. This story, it's far from over. Things are just getting started, and trust me, you'll want to stay tuned. See you in the next one.
You would think, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.